So it feels like it's been a minute since the last meaningful EA Sports PGA Tour update, but it looks like we're getting a fairly meaningful one today. In terms of gameplay changes, at least, there's not too much in terms of content. They've got quite a bit of new content for the Battle Pass, but no new courses and no new golfers or anything like that. But let's jump in and take a look at the patch notes and talk over some of the stuff that I'm definitely more excited for in this patch. There's a few things that I'm really excited for in this patch, and we'll talk about them now. So this patch will be going live tomorrow, I believe, and this is Season 10. Season 10 is going to be the biggest season yet for the Pro Pass, with 36 cosmetic items available in the premium tier, and the first season that gear has been included in the free tier as well, with 12 EA hat and visor variations. Now, there is going to be Jay Lindeberg gear in the Pro Pass, which I'm excited about. I love some of the out there gear that they do. I don't know that I'd be brave enough to wear it in real life, some of the stuff at least, but definitely I'm going to put it on my golfer in EA Sports PGA Tour. So they have Bryson DeChambeau's driver spec in the free tier, and the Jay Lindeberg Brilliant Blue, it's called the Brilliant Blue Big Bridge outfit in the premium tier as well. So obviously it'll work the same as any Pro Pass in the past. So this next thing we're going to talk about is something that Craig mentioned to me a while back, and something that I unanimously was for. I think this is an awesome idea. It'll mainly be for people who play sim, I guess, but there's a whole map being added with a new green view camera angle. So this is intended to like simulate a pro golfer's ability to reference their yardage book during a round to understand pin location, green dimensions, and slope is what they say. They referenced official ShotLink pin sheets and yardage books for each course, added and arranged over 600 cameras to give you an authentic view of each green. So let's just watch a little clip of it here before we go into more details. So as you see here, you'll go into your normal kind of map view like this, but then from here, you can check the green like this, and you'll be able to see the breaks from a top-down view like this. So you're not getting like the exact reads that you get if you had the green grids on and the beads on and everything like that, but you get kind of a good indication of at least the way that the putts are moving. And that's something that I think is massive, massive, massive for the game, because sometimes when I'm playing on sim, like you just can't read the greens. Like you don't have any idea which way that the green is breaking in a certain part of the putt. This will eliminate that factor. It might make the putting a little bit easier, but I think putting on sim at the moment, a lot of it is guesswork. So I prefer that that's not the case, especially if you're playing in the Masters tournament and stuff like that. People are going to know the way that the greens break. Caddies are going to know, the players are going to know based off of data like this, that the EA Sports PGA Tour have used to recreate this this little map. I'll just let it play out for you here just so you can see. You can see the different ways that the green is breaking, and I think that this is an awesome new feature. That's something that I'm definitely really excited about. And I'll kind of give you guys a little bit more information on it here that they put in the blog post. While in green view, the putting grid and beads are always visible regardless of the player's putting grid setting. The size of the putting grid in green view is the same for all players and does not depend on the golfer's putting skill at all. The putting grid in green view is larger than the grid for a player with zero putting skill, since green view is only intended to provide high-level information and is not a replacement for reading putts on the green. We look forward to hearing everyone's feedback. Here is an example of what it looks like in gameplay, and that's what I showed you guys. So yeah, I think that this is a really cool new feature. As I said, it will be mainly for sim players, but I think that's awesome. By the way, this is just a first draft of the patch notes. They might look slightly different. I'll link the actual patch notes that go live in the link down in the description. This is something that Craig sent over early to me, which I really appreciate, but this might not be the exact patch notes. Turn-based stroke play has been added, by the way, with 2 to 4 players, and that's a new playable format in private match mode. Simultaneous stroke play with 2 to 16 players is still available to play in private match and remains in online mode as well. That's been quite a highly requested thing, and you'll be able to play with 3-4 friends now using turn-based play, which is pretty awesome. Ryder Cup match play is back and available to play in online and private match modes. In online, Ryder Cup has been added to the daily playlist rotation for match play, and they're working through an issue that prevented Ryder Cup foursomes and 4-ball formats from being included now, but expect it to be added in an intermediate patch in the next couple of weeks. Ryder Cup lobbies, there is a new option that allows you to select Team Europe or USA, so you don't have to just stick to the one that you chose at the start. You can switch in between if you're a traitorous bastard. But let's have a quick look at that here now. So you can see here, you can just go down here and click in change to Europe. So Roy McAvoy changed to Europe, and he changes to the European outfit, and I assume in the online he'll be changing to the European the European team as well. Sorry, my voice is a little hoarse. And my God, hallelujah, cup physics have been completely reworked in EA Sports PGA Tour. They've been overhauled and replaced with all new tech that provides more consistent lip interaction and fixes issues where sometimes the ball could appear to roll over the hole instead of falling in. Although some lip ins and lip outs may appear different than they did before, the frequency of hole outs and lip outs is comparable to the previous tech. So it'll look a lot different and will feel different, but the number of lip outs will be similar. So that's awesome news to me, because the cup physics, like, it seemed like they were getting better at certain points and then they just get worse again. It was one step forward, two step backs, it seemed like, but they've completely overhauled that now, and hopefully it'll be right as rain now. I'm going to stream tomorrow, twitch.tv/ApexHound1 and kick.com/ApexHound. I've been dual streaming recently. You can watch on either if you want. And yeah, we're going to check out EA Sports PGA Tour. I'm going to do TGC Tours on PGA Tour 2K23. So come along for the ride and hang out, and it'll be a good time. Now, they have also added a clock to kind of a clock visual. There was always a clock, but this has kind of been some feedback that I gave in the past, and a few others did as well, is that the clock, when it was getting lower, was not visible enough at all. It wouldn't really indicate that that you were running out of time, basically, on a specific hole. And I've ran out of time on a par 3 before without even realizing that I was low on time at all. And I'll show you guys that now as well. The online timer, we'll have a quick look at that one. So as you can see up the top right of the screen up here, so it starts flashing orange when you have 20 seconds left on the hole, and then eventually once it gets to 10 seconds it'll start flashing red, and there will be a little noise, I think is what it says here. It says, yeah, there'll be a tick that emits during the final 10 seconds. So that's what the timer looks like, and I think that's a great addition as well. And lastly, in the stuff that I'm going to talk about here, the store has been updated so that it now prioritizes displaying items that haven't been purchased. So if you purchase an item, it'll be replaced by something that hasn't been purchased. So that's pretty cool. You don't have to look at the same items you've already bought. It'll kind of refresh. And that's pretty much all the stuff that I'm going to talk about. There is a lot more stuff in the patch, but it's mainly just bug fixes and slight changes, stuff like that. If you want to see the full patch notes, as I said, I am going to link to that down in the description down below. Really appreciate you tuning in and watching this video. I know it's just kind of a shorter video talking about the patch, and I don't do these too often, but I thought there was a lot of stuff in here that I'm excited about. I wanted to kind of talk about it and see what you guys think in the comments. So let me know. Unfortunately, no new content, stuff like that, but I'm hoping that that will come soon, with some new courses, new golfers, stuff like that. We'll see. Thank you guys. I assume they'll have the major courses, right? If they've had the major courses for the previous 2 years, you'd have to assume that they'll have them for 2024 as well. But thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. See you next time. It's been my pleasure to serve you all. Peace out.